Man, this song is so violent. Talking about going straight to hell. Alright, sorry if you hear a beep here. I don't know, my headset's gonna pick that up. It is nice to actually be able to wear my headset again and not have it around. So I'm still missing something. There was the dining room, but I didn't really check out. But again, I don't like having this on means I don't need to hear the game through the speakers, which especially if it gets hot in my room can be a bit of a struggle because like it makes me want to turn on the AC, cool down my room, but then like hearing the game becomes really hard because I can't turn up the game too loud. Otherwise, my mic will hear it.
Didn't figure this guy for a bookworm. That's one way to get yourself shot. So, you after this guy too, or just here to catch some demons? Silent type, huh? Well, that's annoying. Much for friendly banter. You wanna fight? Come on. Empty. A demon had possessed the Order's armor. That's not a good sign.
Psalm 80 is an alchemy, raise life into animate. Oh, there's the end of the mission. Two for 20 gamer score. Early iron powers together the 4 gyro blades. I'm gonna stop here though, because it's 11:11 and that mission took me like quite a while. We'll hit mission start and see if there's a cutscene or anything. I've kind of been doing that the whole time. So probably use that to break those, I'm guessing. Make a gyro blade slide across the ground by hitting it with the buster while near. By using the power of Anemia Mercury, you can move the gyro blades. Moving gyro blades can destroy objects or damage enemies that they collide with. By striking at the gyro blade with your sword before moving it with the buster, you can build up energy and then release your destructive force. Just want to quickly see this. I think it was. Okay, there we go. Oh, is that how it is? Gotta push it around. Okay. We'll just save again, because why not? Never hurts to save twice. Wait, how do you... Systems... Quick mission, there it is. Uh... Story theater, total ranking, library, save load. So early impressions, I think the game's alright so far. Like I said, it's definitely got a slower feel to it. It feels more like it feels like there's more movement, more weight in the movements and in like your hits and stuff. It's not as fast or instant, I would say. It's definitely got a different feel to it. I guess you guys won't have to see that every time I start this game up. I don't mind a slower paced game. I really don't, even for like a character action slasher like this. I'm having a decent amount of fun with it. You know, like I'm engaged so far. My only I guess worry was, even though I kind of like the like at least at first glance I kind of like the having the red orbs for items and the proud souls for skill upgrades. You do get the proud souls a lot slower, which is kind of making it drag a little bit in terms of getting new skills and such, especially with how long some of the missions are. Like again, that mission felt like that probably took over 30 minutes, and I know in like some of the other games, especially 3, I had some missions that ran me like an hour long. But it was always like you got upgrades faster, that's for sure. I definitely felt like I was buying more in total because you're like, even anytime you reface enemies, well, it's like at least I can use these red orbs to upgrade or grind a little bit, right? Sure, you can buy items, but um, it feels like you get way less proud souls, and I'm not 100% sure if you're getting any when you're killing enemies. I would hope so, at least. I don't know if it's entirely based on completing a mission or not. But it is kind of a slower thing where you're kind of stuck with the more basic stuff early on, it feels like, for a longer period of time. And especially if you decide, well, I really want this ability, it might take a while because I would like to get air hike, but that's like 2,100. And I'm at what? Like, I'm not even at 1,000 yet, I believe. I got like 900 or something, I think. So it's definitely not as fun in that regard, I would say. I mean, I can use all the red orbs to keep upgrading my health, which is great, but and the devil trigger whenever I get it. Yeah, I would say that's my early thoughts on this game. Again, thank you to Ghost Cabbit, the maker of this model, and thank you to SnowHusky, did the VRM work, and thank you to Antifreeze, who does thumbnails. I hoping this will get me through the next little while for uploads because I'm going to be very busy at work and I kind of want to make an effort to stream more. So I'm trying to also force myself just to be a little more okay with recording, even if I know other people are awake in the house. That I just may have to force myself out of that comfort zone a little bit, especially if I'm going to be working more often, because I really need the hours. So especially if I do get full time at some point, then I'm only going to have 2 nights off a week, and a lot of the time, one of those days can just be for resting, to recharge a little bit for the next week. Not to mention sometimes like one of those nights off can just end up being for a lot of cleaning, like getting a lot of some of my bigger chores done for the week and recharge, getting lots of laundry done like that, the more mundane stuff. So it makes it kind of harder sometimes to fit in the recording if I only have 2 nights off. So I'm pushing myself to just be a little more open with when I record. And again, with me also wanting to stream, it makes a bit of I have to figure out how I'm going to balance between recording and streaming because I still want to record things separately for YouTube. There's something comforting about sometimes just sitting on your own and recording, I find. Um, and I think I want to keep doing it too because a lot of like what helped me, in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, get like a lot of what helped me get through the days and stuff was just always watching one of my favorite YouTubers, right? Watching playthroughs was, something I absolutely did in like early 2010s. I would say that was kind of like the golden age of playthroughs. Uh, so it's like I want to pay homage to that. I want to keep doing it. I want to keep things pretty simple in that sense because that is why I wanted to do this. It's always been just a hobby, right? Um, a, well, a dream to do it. So I always want to make content that is at least YouTube specific or just the classic playthrough, and then have streams where I can actually interact with people and talk. And that again, I'm trying to make that like more of either for replaying a game or I honestly I might do it more for like open world games, something that will take more time. And because sometimes there's just like really slow moments or me doing more mundane stuff that I feel would work a little better, like having chat to just chat with and keep me company I think would help get through some of those moments. So I might keep the YouTube stuff more to like straightforward stuff, and I'm still deciding like I do kind of because I've been streaming directly from my Xbox, right? And I may do that with the PS5 too. So I can't stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, as far as I'm aware, at least. So I'll probably download some of those streams and just upload them straight to YouTube. I don't know how great the quality will be, but that can be some extra content at least I put up for the channel. So yeah, anyway, I should wrap this up. Got the NHL game to watch in about 40 minutes here. It's Dallas and Oilers today. See if who's going to take the lead in that series. 1-1. Yeah. Until next time, I will hopefully be back to this next week. I guess one other thing, it won't really matter since I don't know if this will go up before then, but well, I have time off for Ferality and some of the stuff around then. I also have family visiting, so we're gonna see how that plays out. It just kind of always, like, unfortunately, Ferality always tends to happen just at a really busy time of the week. Where it, like, I'm always gonna have family visiting around that time for personal reasons. Well, I shouldn't say always, but it's very likely that I'm always gonna have family visiting around that time of the year. And then there's usually just like game conferences and stuff. I wonder if next year, I think next year things could be different just because like the weekend when Ferality usually is, well, that's going to keep shifting, right? So hopefully maybe next year that will be, the timing will work better, but I won't know until then. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, ciao for now. Bye.